mean, that's where it all starts, right?
Yeah, the foundation.
So the document mentions ChatGPT and Notion AI as like the big players there.
Okay, familiar with those? ChatGPT, it's pretty versatile, right?
Yeah.
Good for brainstorming and generating different creative text formats.
Exactly. And the Notion AI is...
I've heard good things about Notion AI for, well, summarizing notes from meetings, drafting blog posts even.
Oh, interesting.
And it can even translate languages. That could be really helpful for creators making videos for, a global audience.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah. So you don't necessarily have to be a master storyteller.
Right.
To get started. These tools can kind of help you structure your ideas and even write the whole script if you need it.
So you don't have to just sit there staring at a blank page for hours.
Yeah.
Then there are these AI video generators.
Ah, yes. Now those are fascinating.
They actually take your script and turn it into visuals, like a video.
It's mind-blowing.
The document mentions InVideo AI and Synthesia. Have you heard of those?
Yeah, I've seen some examples. Synthesia is the one that creates those AI avatars, right?
Yes. That's the one I was really interested in. So it basically creates like a digital version of a person who can then like present your script.
It's pretty incredible the things you can do with it. I mean, imagine having a digital version of yourself presenting a video.
Wow.
Or even like using historical figures to narrate a documentary.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, it's a powerful tool, especially for, let's say, businesses or educators who need to create lots of video content.
Yeah, like quickly and efficiently.
Exactly.
Okay, so you've got your script, you've got your visuals. What about the voiceover?
Well, luckily, there are AI tools for that as well. Murf AI and 11 Labs are the big names that come up in this document. And they offer a crazy amount of realistic voices. You can customize tone, pacing, all that.
So we're way past those like robotic sounding voices from years ago.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. The technology has come a long way.
You mentioned 11 Labs can even do like emotional inflections.
Oh, yeah. That's one of the really cool things.
How does that even mean? How does that work?
Well, think about how we talk, right? Our voices naturally have these subtle changes in pitch, pauses, emphasis, all depending on what we're feeling.
Yeah.
11 Labs lets you add those same nuances to the AI voice.
Oh, wow.
So you can make it sound excited, thoughtful, even a little bit sarcastic if you want, whatever fits the tone of your video.
That's impressive. So much control.
Oh.
So now we've got the script, the visuals, the voiceover. What's next?
Editing and enhancing. This is where you polish it all up.
Okay, so which tools are we talking about here?
Well, this document mentions a few. Runway ML, that one's great for those really eye-catching visual effects. You can remove backgrounds, generate unique imagery, even create animations from still images. Pretty powerful stuff.
Sounds like it.
Then there's Descript, which is a game changer for editing because it lets you edit the video just like you would a text document.
Oh, interesting.
You literally cut, paste, rearrange clips just by changing the transcript.
Wow, that's really cool.
Yeah. And then CapWing, which is more for streamlined editing with features like auto-subtitling and scene detection, so it can help speed things up.
Okay, so it sounds like there's a tool for every level of editing experience.
Exactly. Whether you're a pro or a beginner, there's something out there to help you.
Yeah, the document also provides this like 5-step guide.
Oh, right. Yes.
For, actually pulling all of this together.
It does. But before you even jump into step 1 and start writing your script with ChatGPT or whatever, there's something you need to do first.
Oh, okay.
You got to define your goals and your target audience.
Right, right.
What are you actually trying to say with this video? Who are you trying to reach?
Yeah, good point.
Because those answers will shape everything. Your script, your visuals, even your choice of AI voice.
So you don't just get, like, lost in this sea of possibilities. Okay, so define goals, target audience. Then what? Step 2.
Step 2. You bring that script to life, generate the video using InVideo AI, Synthesia, whichever one you've chosen.
Okay, and then step 3 is adding that voiceover.
Yeah, with Murf AI, 11 Labs, whichever one you prefer.
Step 4, edit and enhance everything using Runway ML or Descript or one of the other tools. And then finally, step 5, export and optimize for wherever your video is going.
Exactly. YouTube, social media, your website, wherever it needs to go.
It does seem like a pretty streamlined process.
It is. But, we have to remember that all these AI tools, they're just that, tools. They're not going to do the creative work for you.
Right. They can make things easier, but it's still on us humans to come up with the ideas.
That's where those tips from the document come in.
Oh, right, about how to make your videos stand out.
Yes. Because anyone can use these tools now. So how do you make sure your video is actually engaging?
One of the tips was to keep it short and to the point.
Ah, yes, that's crucial these days.
Our attention spans are, well, let's just say they're not what they used to be.
True. People are bombarded with content. You got to grab their attention fast.
Yeah.
And keep them engaged. So think about your pacing, the visuals, the storytelling. How can you make it both informative and entertaining?
And even if you're using an AI voice, you don't want it to sound, robotic.
Absolutely. Avoid the robotic narration. It's all about finding that balance. You can tweak the pacing of the AI voice,
Okay.
add pauses,
Right.
maybe even layer in some sound effects or music. It can make a big difference.
To make it sound more natural.
Exactly, more engaging. The document also talked about customization.
Oh, yeah, right. Using, colors and fonts that match your brand.
Yes, and don't forget about SEO.
Oh, yeah. Search engine optimization. Got to make sure people can actually find your video.
Exactly, it's all connected.
It is.
Look, these AI tools are incredible, and they can help you produce really high-quality videos way more efficiently than before.
Yeah.
But ultimately, it's your creativity, your unique perspective
Right.
that will set your videos apart.
Well, this has been a fascinating deep dive. AI video creation tools. It's like a whole new world opening up.
It really is. And who knows what's next? These tools are evolving so quickly. It's exciting to think about where we'll be in another year or two.
So to all our listeners out there, we leave you with this question. What will you create with all these amazing tools at your disposal? Think about it, and we'll see you next time.
Until then,
Bye.
bye, Ren.
All right, everybody, welcome back. So you've been diving deep into this AI video thing, making those awesome videos, right?
Reasonably.
But now you want to make sure those videos actually get seen. You don't want them getting lost in the algorithm black hole. Right?
Yeah, absolutely. You put all that work into creating them, gotta get them out there.
Yeah. So that's what we're looking at today. We're getting into part 93.pdf. And that's all about optimizing and distributing those AI-generated videos, making sure those videos actually make a splash.
Right, yeah. Get the most bang for your buck, all that good stuff.
Exactly. Now, one of the first things that jumped out at me here, when I was looking at this, is the whole AI for titles and descriptions thing. I don't know about you, but I have spent way too many hours staring at a blank screen trying to come up with a YouTube description.
Oh, tell me about it.
Right. Trying to make it interesting, but also keyword rich so people can actually find it.
Yeah, you want to make sure it appeals to the algorithm gods.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. Appease the algorithm. But here's the thing. ChatGPT can do that for us now.
Yeah.
That's what's blowing my mind.
Oh, yeah. It's a lifesaver. You can just take your transcript, feed it to ChatGPT, and boom, you've got a description that hits all those keywords, Plus, it can even help you make it sound engaging for actual humans, too.
Yeah. It's like having a little SEO buddy right there in your computer.
Yeah.
So I guess, what's the one big takeaway, right? The one thing you want people to remember from your video.
Exactly, yeah. Figure out that one key message.
Feed that to ChatGPT. And then let it work its magic.
Yeah, it'll do the heavy lifting for you.
Okay, so we got the title, we got the description.
Yeah.
Now, what about, the visual, the thumbnail?
Ah, the thumbnail, the most important part, honestly. I mean, think about it. We're scrolling through a sea of videos. What makes us stop?
Right.
It's that thumbnail, right?
Yeah.
It's got to grab attention.
Like a good book cover or something.
Yeah, exactly. And AI can actually help us out there too. They have Canva AI now, right? And that can actually analyze your video, and it can suggest thumbnails that, based on what's working out there, it can suggest thumbnails that'll actually get people to click.
Yeah. It's wild. Okay, so before we move on to distribution, I wanted to touch on this this caption and translation thing. Have you tried using those AI tools for that yet?
Yeah, I've messed around with it a bit.
Yeah.
And it's pretty amazing, actually. For captions, you can use a tool like CapWing, and it'll just, poof, generate captions for you automatically.
Wow.
Right? Saves so much time, and it makes your videos way more accessible.
Yeah, definitely.
People who are deaf or hard of hearing.
Right.
Plus, it's good for SEO, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because search engines can actually read those captions, so, it's helping you get found. And then the translation thing, I mean, that just blows my mind. You can take your video, translate it into a bunch of different languages, and reach a global audience.
Oh, wow. Yeah. You're opening up your content to the whole world, basically.
Whole world.
Amazing. Okay, so we've got our titles, we got our descriptions, we've got our thumbnails, our captions, our translations. Now, how do we actually get these videos out there? I mean, we got to distribute them right.
Distribution, yes, that's the key. And I think the most important thing to remember is each platform is different. They all have their own like vibe, you know?
Okay.
Like YouTube, that's the king of long form content, right? So you're thinking landscape orientation, 16.9 aspect ratio. You got your, your high quality videos, your in-depth discussions.
Okay.
But then you've got TikTok and Instagram Reels. It's all about short and snappy, vertical videos. 9.16. Got to grab attention fast.
Oh, so it's almost like you're tailoring your message to the platform, right? Like you wouldn't wear a suit to the beach.
Right.
You wouldn't, wear your beach clothes to job interview. You gotta adjust.
Exactly. You got to dress for the occasion. And you don't have to do all that posting manually either.
No.
No. Thank goodness for tools like Buffer and Hootsuite. They'll automate all that for you. You just set it and forget it.
Oh, nice.
And they can even tell you the best times to post for each platform to get the most engagement. So you're not just randomly throwing things out there hoping something sticks.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah. It takes the guesswork out of it.
Okay, cool. So now we're creating all this great content, getting it out there. But how do we know if it's actually working?
Right. That's where analytics come in.
Yeah.
Got to measure those results.
And I know some people get like intimidated by analytics, but it doesn't have to be scary. Especially with AI stepping in to help us out.
Yeah, exactly. You've got tools like vidIQ and TubeBuddy. They can give you amazing insights. Like, let's say you're making cooking videos, right? These tools can tell you what recipes are trending, what ingredients people are searching for, what cooking techniques are hot right now. It's like having a little crystal ball that shows you what your audience wants.
Wow. So you can actually make videos that people are going to be interested in.
Exactly. Yeah. You're not just shooting in the dark anymore.
Oh, that's amazing. And then there's YouTube Studio, right?
Oh, yeah. YouTube Studio.
That's got some AI built in too, doesn't it?
Yeah. It's got some cool AI features. It'll actually analyze your videos and give you personalized recommendations for how to keep viewers engaged. Like, hey, maybe add some music here or cut this part out. Little things that can make a big difference.
Wow. It's like having a personal video editor giving you tips.
It's pretty wild.
Okay, so now let's zoom out a little bit and look ahead. The material we're going through also mentions some future trends, like things like interactive videos.
Oh, yeah.
Personalized content, AI-powered live streaming. And I gotta say, the whole interactive video thing, that's kind of blowing my mind.
It's next level stuff.
Like, can you imagine making a video where the viewer actually gets to choose like what happens next?
I know, right? Think about it. Like you're watching a cooking video and you get to choose which ingredients you want to use or like which technique you want to try.
Oh, wow.
It's like a choose your own adventure, but in video form.
Yeah. And if viewers have that much control over the story, does that change how we experience stories altogether? Like, I don't know. It's a lot to think about.
It's definitely, yeah, it's a whole new frontier.
So as we wrap things up here, I'm curious, what really stood out to you from all this? Like, what are you going to try out first?
I think I'm most excited about the AI analytics tools.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be able to get that kind of insight into what your audience actually wants, that's gold.
Yeah, it's powerful stuff.
So I'm definitely going to be digging into those tools. How about you? What jumped out at you?
I think for me, it's the whole AI for thumbnails thing.
Ah, yeah.
Because I struggle with that.
It can be tough.
Like, I know how important it is, but it's hard to like create something that's really eye-catching. So the fact that AI can help with that, that's a game changer for me. So yeah, I'm going to be checking out those Canva AI tools for sure.
Definitely, yeah. Give it a whirl.
All right, well, I think that about wraps it up for today. As AI keeps evolving, it's going to be fascinating to see what happens next.
Oh, absolutely. It's an exciting time to be in the video world, that's for sure.
It is.
It is.
All right, thanks for joining us, everyone, and we'll catch you next time.
Thank you for tuning into this podcast. If you found this valuable, share it with others who want to master AI in video creation. See you in the next episode.